This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Minnesota. We are discussing holistic wellness. Since 2023, Erin has taught much deeper than weight loss and into 7 dimensions of wellness beyond just your physical body. I'm joined here with the coach, truth seeker, medicine woman. Erin, thanks so much for joining us here today.
Gary, I'm so honored to be here. Thank you.
You bet. Let's start off a little bit about your background here. I mean, you're formerly educated at Hamline University, CEO and founder at Chemistry Global, where you are now on a mission to bridge the gap between current clinical research, public health standards, and real-world obesity statistics. Share with me a little bit how this hunger for truth in the purpose of fitness is not weight loss began for you.
Oh, Gary. You hit me right in the soul there, sir. Really, what it comes down to is there is a 17-year gap between what we know about the body and what we're actually doing about it medically in institutions. And the reason I'm so passionate about this is because I got stuck in it. And the best way to say it is I'm extremely lucky to be alive.
Speaking of getting stuck in it, upwards of $3.5 billion we as consumers spend on this elusive fix in our weight loss search, from fads to diets. Is this a journey that you knew all too well and is still common probably for many people today?
Yes, right? So not only is this such a common problem for everybody today, because we can see it in obesity statistics in and of itself, right? But I also personally have reversed obesity. I was one of the biggest girls in my class, and at 17, started running, thinking I was completely free of this weight struggle. And the truth of the matter is I maintained that athleticism for the next 21 years, and I still struggled with cyclical fat gain that didn't make sense.
Wow, that probably didn't even make sense in your head, much less in anyone else's. I mean, you had over 2 decades as a consistent gym rat. I mean, eating clean, healthy food, yo-yo weight struggles that doctors said was normal. Through your self-discovery and much research, you found this should not be the norm. Is your approach much different than what a lot of people are used to when you're talking about weight loss?
My approach, quite literally, is the exact opposite. So think of this, it's the only way to say it, right? I wasn't free of the weight struggle until I started eating double and doing less. So just let that sink in a little bit, right? It became very clear for me that this wasn't about food, that it was so much deeper than the amount of the food intake we're at and what we're doing with our body.
I can't imagine. We're bombarded every day on social media, TV with these diets. You must shake your head probably 3/4 of the day. I mean, you've got to shake your head at these things and just go, come on. For most, our default mindset solution is dieting. Yet you teach how to exit diet brain thinking. What does that mindset look like? Give me an idea.
Great question. So ultimately, you're spot on, right? I am not teaching the default because we have too much of the default, and we can see that in the countrywide statistics of disease. So the way I approach this and what my clients are coming to me with are 7 years of blood work that is incomplete. And what I'm working with them to understand is how to actually nourish the body so that it responds with a different physique.
I mean, when most of us think of weight loss, words like pain, no fun, struggle, despair, they all come to mind. Fulfilling is not usually associated with weight loss, but you say it can be empowering. Explain that for us.
Yeah, so the reason and the whole mindset behind that and what fulfillment truly is that we're seeing, quote unquote, the weight loss that you can't measure on a scale. And that is the ticket, if you will, to the quote unquote quick fix transformation that is being sold in the marketplace today. So my approach, like we mentioned earlier on, is to quite literally teach individuals how to live lean before they see it in the mirror. And it's as they're adopting this mindset that I like to attribute to how to maintain lean, meaning lean muscle mass, what you focus on grows. And it's within that muscle mass, what I call shift weight type, that you find the fulfillment associated to path, purpose, and physique. And it's the combination of your life path, your experiences, understanding those events, loving them, and then also the purpose associated to what we're here for, and your physique, your body, your the image of your consciousness, if you will. It's the marriage of that equates to the fulfillment side of weight loss.
I mean, we as Americans, we want a simple fix. We want it to not be complex. We want it simple. Garbage in, garbage out. That's simple. It's not. We've all been taught, eat less, do more, count calories. You teach how to understand the intricate connections between our bodies, emotions, and our experiences. How and why does your work go beyond just the physical?
So the why is really grounded in to universal law and what we are, meaning we are truly the creators of our reality, right? And so that's the why. It's grounded in the true biology of trauma meaning it's so misunderstood in the marketplace as well, just as simple as how diet culture has completely corrupted the process. Trauma is not the event. It's the energy that's stored after the event. And I'm working with that energetic to shift it, which is ultimately at the end state, Gary, controlling behavior.
Wow, that is fascinating. I mean, all this traditional fitness and nutritional advice, it seems logical, but let's be real. It does not work for most of us. So is proper guidance to get us back into balance exactly really what you do as a coach?
100%. Yeah. I am making it safe for my clients to stand in their truth.
I mean, that's what we want. Basically, your body is begging for a safe place, not where it feels like it's in a fight or flight all the time. I mean, what you found through the years and you now teach others is not just theory, but it's practical steps that we can take. I mean, give us an overview before you go of your 4-step process. Explain that a little bit.
Sure. So ultimately, what I really want to ground everybody in, the context I want to ground viewers in, is that weight loss or fat loss, that phase is only 1/4 of the total practical application solution that you need. So my 4-step process quite literally is walking somebody through what it takes to prepare their body to release the toxins they're swimming in. There's a process for that. I call that prep. In addition, then, because my clients are coming to me in a perpetual state of starvation and disconnection, we actually have to spend time building the lean, toned body they're looking for. The concept in diet culture is that you can just lose weight and you're going to see lean and muscular, but it doesn't look that way. You actually have to build it. And so part of that then is feeling safe to eat enough, which then creates the third step in my process, and that's called discover, meaning it's the fat loss phase, but you're discovering what you've built. Through that, then we dovetail in and I teach what maintenance looks like, because the version of you are when you start is not the version of you are when you're done. And if you aren't able to step in and truly honor the maintenance side of being able to not be stuck in scale anxiety and actually feel safe in this whole mental mindset of being okay to gain weight because you actually need to gain it. I literally have 30 pounds on me in comparison to my lowest weight in college, 30 pounds. And I'm leaner and I'm in, not like this matters to me, it really doesn't. But for those out there who care about this, I'm in smaller jeans. It doesn't make sense. So that's ultimately that embodiment of that. Like, the best way to say it, Gary, is like, I didn't create Maintain Lean, it created me.
I mean, those are some real steps people can take. Prep, build, discover, maintain. I mean, this process begins with boot camp. How long does each step in this journey to holistic wellness and self-mastery normally take for people, would you say?
So it's a great question. It's before I answer it on the average, what I really want viewers to hear is that it's individualized and it's really going to depend on your history, because that's something that we learn how to honor to then move into the future. That being said, I, on average, 18 months. And this is something that took me over 20 years, right? So the collapse time, yeah.
I appreciate that honesty so people know. I'm just seeing too many, when I research people and decide who I'm going to bring on the show, I don't want somebody coming on telling me they can do this in 3 weeks. We're going to have you down to this in 2 months. Come on. It took a lifetime to get where you're at. And so 18 months, I mean, that's definitely worth your investment. Not only to feel better when you look in the mirror, but know that you're healthier, regardless of what that weight is that you're at. I mean, words from your reviews and the testimonials that I've read online, words like, she helps me make friends with food, helps me stand for my truth, helps me navigate my emotions. I mean, these sound like empowering words from fulfilled individuals. I mean, is this the typical feedback you get? And come on, this has to make you feel great.
Yes, and Gary, it's the typical, it's the average, and what I'm sitting in now on a daily basis is reflections such as, you're my doctor. And or, right, like women who are quite literally looking at me and saying, I didn't have an eating disorder. Like, there's no more urge to binge anymore. And that's the truth. Like, we label clusters of symptoms, and it wasn't that I was existing in a food problem as a kid. It was much deeper than that. And then when I walked into the diet culture aspect of weight loss, that's what created the eating disorder in college. So Gary, this is something that, like, it's fulfilling, it's purpose-filled, and I'm supporting my clients in reaching their highest calling. And that to me is just like, it's why I'm here. I made the promise to God, and here we are.
That really leads to my last question. Erin, after spending years listening to traditional advice and yet still feeling like a shell of yourself, you now teach that the key to sustainable transformation lies in a profound connection with our bodies and understanding the unique language that they speak. Is this rewarding work for you, as you say?
It sure is. Yeah, it's truly why I'm here.
Totally. Very exciting story. I'm so happy to share this with my viewers out there. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is her website. On the website, you can see all her programs that she has right there, and you can download her free ebook just to get started. I mean, if you are ready to drop the weight struggle, feel safe in your own body, moving past emotional eating, exercising excessively, and you're ready to find real sustainable solutions, I would tell you to reach out today. Once again, Holistic Wellness with Erin Moran. Transform your life and reclaim your birthright of abundance and vitality. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.